you. I got my passion from, and my compassion from my mom. And I want to resonate that with us in this movement for justice in Washington, but also on these streets. We are fighting for health care as a right. The Obamacare covered 20 million people, but it left the health insurance companies in charge. We are the only developed nation on earth to not provide guaranteed health care. Is that right? If Germany could do it, if Sweden could do it, if Korea could do it, the United States can do it. And we're gonna kick out every healthcare lobbyist, Big Pharma, out of Washington. 13 Democratic senators said no to lowering prescription drugs. Is that right? No! Even 12 Republican senators said yes on that. And that's why there's really no difference, is what I tell people. We are fighting for education as a right as well. If we could bail out Wall Street, we could bail out the students and future generations to come. Am I right? Yeah! And the Republicans, they want to pass HR 610, which would start the voucher program. They want to privatize education, public schools. Even they want to start using charter schools, which is basically the next thing to privatization, except they're using our money. So, we believe in our campaign that we should expand and improve our public education system. We believe that we should help low-income areas, communities of color as well, and give them that education they need. Anybody watching right now, that you can succeed, that you can get the education you need no matter how much money you make, what your ethnicity is, or who you love. Education is a right, and I'm very proud of that. One of the biggest things that bothered me growing up was seeing those living on the streets. One of our biggest things we want to do is end homelessness. There is no campaign running against us that has ending homelessness as a platform. And we're proud of that. Growing up, I would ask my mom for money or food to give to somebody living on the street. And it always resonated with me that it didn't make sense that as Americans, the richest nation on earth, that we could have people living on the streets, 550,000 people, with 120,000 of those being children, living every night on the streets of the United States. That's not right. We could spend trillions of dollars in war for oil. We could give trillions of dollars in subsidies to corporations who are already profitable. But we can't find a way to give a home to those people living on the streets. Is that right? No! So we want to provide permanent housing, transitional housing, health care for those who deal with drug addiction, drug abuse, mental health care. We don't want to criminalize drug use. We want to help those. We want to rehabilitate those. And that's what our campaign aims to do, and to get every homeless person off the streets of the United States of America. One of the biggest issues in our district, and which is also becoming an issue in all major cities, is that there's not enough housing. People can't afford a place to live. Rent can go from $2,000 to $3,000. Is that right? No! It doesn't make sense. So our platform and the Green Party platform is fighting for housing as a right. We have candidates who are running against us, who I see on stage telling me they care about those who are getting displaced. There are candidates there who say they care about the homeless, but they receive money from millionaire developers. Is that right? No! There is a candidate who has an ad who says, "I'm not part of the establishment." establishment or receive money from special interests. Well, guess what? You're a liar. You're a liar. You're the problem. You are the problem that we have in Washington, and we don't want that anymore. So we are going to fight for housing as a right. We're going to fight against gentrification and the displacement of local communities who live here in Los Angeles. We're going to say if you kick a family out, you better let them live at your $1 million condo. One of the biggest things the Green Party is fighting for is 100% clean, renewable energy by 2030. Climate change is real, Donald Trump and Republicans and everyone else who wants to shut down the EPA. So we have to have, like Jill Stein said, a warlike mobilization to move towards 100% clean, renewable energy. If we can fight the fight for oil, we can fight the fight for future generations, am I right? Because if there's no planet, then there's no use for anything anymore. So to everyone here, if you can, we gotta be on the front lines. This is gonna be the next war that's gonna go on. People are gonna fight over for resources, for water, for land. And so we must tell people, we must expose the truth when we're talking to the communities, that the Green Party and our campaign is fighting for that. The Democratic Party couldn't even ban fracking last year. We must move towards that clean, renewable energy. Power to the people!